Welcome to this episode, folks. We're back at the side of the River Isla here, and I've got AKR channel historian.
Alright folks, welcome to this episode.
And I've brought him with me to check out the history of those buildings at the top of the Reekie Linn, see if he can make any light of it. So let's get into it. Right folks, on my last video at the Reekie Linn I was saying like how dangerous it was because there was a wee thin stone wall stopping the water from coming through the back, and look, here is that very wall. Oh, look how many beasties is in there, what? I do it for the video, folks. Look, there's an old lead pipe and stuff running up there, an old cable, must have been a cable duct there. But look, that's the wall I was thinking might collapse with the force of the water on the back of it. You can see the water's coming through under there, like, that's insane. Look at this folks, I've come into this tunnel. It's because me and AKR were back recording this other episode, so I was showing him all this. And I thought it's definitely worth showing you. Look, here's a metal thing on the wall. What's that? It's been a door! Look, there's the hinge of the door, folks. Oh, there's the lower hinge. So people must have wondered what was getting on in here, and they've broken the door down. So that bit was closed off. Look at the stonework. We'll let AKR see what he thinks of this bit, folks. Look at this old iron ladder. Sometimes I never spend the time in looking at these little details when I come down, because I'm so like awestruck by the whole like environment around me. This whole bit here has been like built, proper stone. Look at it there. It's the same stone that those little huts is made out of. Like, I wonder what era this is made. Maybe the waterfall did originally come down here and they had to fill this with stones to stop it and direct it where they needed it.
Look at the edge of the thing.
Oh.
The egg sack's hanging like a ball, there's a great big massive spider there.
No way. AKR tells me there's a cave spider here with like a massive egg sac. So we're going back into the tunnel, folks, to have a look. I'm taking you along on this journey. Oh, where is it? Up in here? Yeah. Ah! Holy shit! Look at the size of that thing! Whoa! Yeah, the stone's like on top of this. It's almost like a thingy. Oh, look, there's moth things there. Tell you what, I hate creepy crawlies, and here I am in the lion's den, so to speak, folks. Reversing it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, what a place. See, when the Victorians like built places like this, like they weren't scared of like extreme engineering. Okay, and they were controlling the force of a beast. I was asking to in the video like what this has been. If anyone knows, get in the comments. So once again, I'll be asking the same thing. It's weird because this tap is here and there's no other evidence any lower down. Look at the difference when there's not a storm. See, last week the water was landing like way over there. Okay, it was just like straight over. Oh, there's a spider right there trying to catch a fly. Live on the video, folks. Live action. Once again on the channel here. This time it's nature. You know, here, look, what else? So this building's partial bedrock, look. The stones have been built on the edge of the bedrock. That's so cool. Sorry about that, AKR. Look, the corner of this building's literally like bedrock. So they've just built this building to protect this tap. It's like, why? I don't normally revisit locations so soon on the video, folks, but it's like, let AKR here, look, see if he can like have any idea what this might have been.
I think there's an outlet pipe inside there.
You think so?
Yeah, see there's a hole in the bottom.
Oh, aye?
I think there's a turbine in here.
So you think...
This is where the turbine has to have been, down here under this pipe.
Oh, aye?
It can't have been in the higher up shape.
No. So, we reckon that there's an outlet there. Just there, folks, I'll point to a potential outlet. Imagine the water's playing out there, and in this lower shed it must have been some sort of turbine powered from up there, and like it's so crazy. Like, look, there's a bit of original wood. So there's been electrical items in this intake potentially. Look how eroded that brick is. Looks like a bone. Oh, and look, the lintel, something's happened with it. Oh look, Muir Armadale. Armadale is that Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Yorkshire bricks, folks. Muir Armadale. You can whose bricks they are, get in the comments, folks. Look, there's been some graffiti on here at one time. Exploring history, folks. Live on the channel. Let's see what we can actually find here. Are those Dickies, Andy, those shoes?
There are. I think you'd need to dig a fair bit deeper.
But the pipe shouldn't be far away from there. I hear a dog. Look at that, the wall's actually eroding out there. This is somewhere that I didn't come last time. See, there's no outlet there. The bit that AKR thought was an outlet is not an outlet. Oh!
So why is there a hole there?
Here!
Yeah. That has to be, does it not?
That's just eroded out, I think. Oh look, there is an outlet. Okay, so that's an outlet. I see what you're saying. Aye, so that probably was like a turbine shed right there, folks. Never come here to look at this. Look, 200-foot drop right behind me. We explore the history so you don't have to. This was going to be part of the other video, but actually this is going to be a video on its own now. Exploring the history at Reekie Linn. Have you found anything else in there at AKR? It looks like somebody's throwing a lot of rubble in here. Do you think that's because that hole originally just went right out once they removed the industrial stuff? So they've maybe just put that in so nobody falls out the hole. But I never honestly noticed that as an outlet till you said. That's crazy. Aye, down there. I was thinking he meant further out there. Aye, no, you're totally right. And that could explain why there's a heap of stuff there.
There's no been a big turbine because the size of the pipe. It's only like, what is that, it's a 5-inch, a 5-inch pipe, isn't it? So it's not been a big turbine.
Yeah, it is interesting though. Like there's probably been a door on this as well. At one time there'll have been a wee door. That lintel stain doesn't go right to the edge, so that makes me think that this big stone's actually been up there at one time.
I think it's probably right.
So cool to like discover history and find out like what things were. All this is just left, and like every year it'll just disappear more and more, so it's cool to document it before it's totally gone forever. Think about like the times when this was put into the rock, like so long ago, maybe 1800s, and you can see here too the water's actually been running over here when the river was high. That's insane. The debris collected there too. The water's been coming right over this whole bit. It's insanity. Here, there's a bit of cement. This chunk of cement's come from somewhere. See? That's been a floor. Do you think this has been covered at one time by cement? It's been
I don't think so. I think that's all stuff that's falling out.
Oh aye. Looks like they've used bigger, rougher stone there, but that's the same red stone for there down as what they've used for the sheds. And then we've got this rock plateau. The Reekie Linn looks a lot different than what it did a couple of weeks ago, folks. Look at that. It's a different animal. Look now, you can walk right across here. The water was right up here last week. Yeah, so under our feet right now must be the lead conduit we saw in that tunnel, and it must lead up here to this shed, which it must have been the control shed. And they must have had some sort of generator here on this plinth. So like, where would that conduit have been coming into the building? Would it have been coming in this hole? I think that's where the wiring would have come.
Probably lower down. Let's go to Boston and go.
Because that's where that switch gear was. Up on the wall. Here's a big cast iron bit of pipe, look! Here's a bit of the pipe. That's the same pipe we saw down there.
This has been, I'm sure, this has been a base for a diesel generator. I think this has been a backup.
A backup diesel generator,
There's
yeah.
an engine on here. I think it'll have been a backup. I think that's why this is higher up.
Uh-huh.
I think this will have been a...
And look, there's been stuff alright along that back wall.
Yeah, for hanging things up.
And likes of that.
I tell you, that hole was an exhaust.
Think so?
What?
Well,
That's the reason
there's mud behind here though. See, there's been wood up here as well, because look, there's evidence of it. In there as well. So the exhaust may have gone out. Look at that old bit of wood. It's so like ancient. Oh, there's wood just sticking out everywhere. So they could have like mounted control panels and stuff to this if they had wanted.
Well, there's like plates on it. There's plates on there.
Years and years of like stuff growing up through hides the history. Oh look, there's been like a button or something on top of there. Is that for switching on? Oh no, what's that? Oh, that's for holding the wee door shut. Oh here look, it's got a make on it. Oh look. Major 250 volts, 30 amp, 130k. Wow. And then that thing there used to be up on the wall. Oh, all that was on the wall.
That's your wire coming in, or going in.
Oh, I see, that used to all be mounted up here. Look at that folks, bitumen in there, that's what they used to use to seal electronic stuff and to keep the moisture out. So there's the line of that pipe coming out, and that stone wall's just under there. See, I think there's been a lot more stones built on there at one time to protect it. Oh, that could be where the exhaust came out, eh?
I don't know, maybe I don't know.
That's maybe just to drain the shed. Maybe if water went in under the door, that would let the water back out to the river. So we're just theorising here, folks, as to all the setup there, and we think that the turbine's been at the bottom shed. Maybe potentially if the river was low they didn't have enough power to get enough power, so maybe they didn't have enough power of the water to make enough power with electricity. So maybe they put like the diesel generator further up. And do you think this is a natural fissure here? Or do you think this
I think this has been cut.
This has been dug out for that pipe, which I always suspected originally. It's only more recently I thought it was a natural fissure. But yeah, maybe they built the diesel generator shed for when the river wasn't providing enough flow, enough power. But I would say the pipes probably originally come up here if they've done all this.
Yeah, it's funny now they seem to start going down again.
But is that not just the amount of shit that's fallen in? It goes to the river. We're still theorising here, folks, as to what we're dealing with. It is interesting. See, at this end, there's just no sign of the pipe, but this is definitely where that fissure, like, starts. Starts here. So surely if there was a pipe outlet, it must be, like, down here or something. The other end of that pipe must be around here. What is this? Oh, it's just a stone. I thought for a minute there we had found it. A bit of a weir to redirect the water towards the pipe. Do you think the pipe's literally just under the water here somewhere? Oh, aye. Or here, it might even come from further up than this. can it maybe comes from way up. See, there's a row of sticks leading out into the water up there. Can it maybe even comes way under there?
This is just almost like this has been kind of
blasted out.
This is too near the river now to be. I think this is almost just been the water's come in here.
Aye, and washed it.
Well, there's been a bit of a weir of what I don't know.
And look, it must have been before all these trees were here.
Yeah.
So like that's Victorian era, eh?
Well, I think that bricks is early
1800s.
No, I just seen 1900s. So the black inside inserted once.
Oh, aye.
And that's my thought.
So AKR reckons that it's early 1900s potentially this site because of the bricks used there. And that would make sense because there's a lot of hydro work at Glams and it's 1927. So maybe it is 1900ish. Early 1900s. It's crazy because there's like stones and little beaches and stuff here, and we couldn't even see this last time over here. It's insane the difference, like. Right folks, I'll end this video here. It was cool to get another aspect on the history of that place. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one very soon.